So this is what I was talking about, and I know this is Snopes. I like reading Snopes because they they'll say like, this is not what's happening because this is exactly what's happening. Um, but this is a screenshot from the terms of service, and it says T-Mobile. Beginning January 1, 2024, T-Mobile is instituting 3 new fees for non-compliant traffic that result in a Severity O violation. A Severity O represents the most harmful violation to consumers and is the highest level of escalation with which a carrier will engage with bandwidth. It applies across all products like text messages, short code, and whatever all those other things are that traverse T-Mobile's network. The non-compliance will be assessed. The non-compliance fines include and so they got different tiers, and the top one is $2,000 for phishing, smishing, and social engineering. Which social engineering is basically just deceptive behavior, and it's interpretive. But Snopes says that while the terms of service changes were indeed coming, Loomer's tweet wasn't accurate. T-Mobile is not going to begin fining everyday customers who distribute content that the company doesn't agree with. In posts on T-Mobile's support forum, representatives from the company explained that the changes will only affect commercial mass texts like those found in marketing campaigns, that no private users will be fined, which doesn't fucking matter. If the terms of service, which is the contract, makes changes, the support forum is not the terms of service. You're bound by the terms of service, not by the support forum. So Snopes is doing its usual thing and covering tracks and lying.
Mm-hmm. Cleverly. I mean, it's you would glance at this and speed read it or whatever, and
that's the point.
Yeah. Just roll with it. And it paints a completely different narrative. It's so obvious, but you just got to be slightly in tune. And I think that's our responsibility to be able to start recognizing this.
See, look at all this. Look at all this propaganda. Associated Press. No, T-Mobile is going to start finding its customers. Android Authority says it will. Talk Android is spinning it. T-Mobile users will receive fewer spam texts. Who would not support that? Okay, that one's sarcastic. Yeah. Do you remember when PayPal tried to do a similar or started to implement a similar thing?
Yeah, I forget what it was, but they'd fine you, shut down your account, and take money out of it, like $2,000 or something.
Yeah, they gave themselves authority to fine you just by debiting your account some amount for sharing hate speech, or I don't remember how exactly they phrased it, but
they went back on it. But still, it's like that just shows what they're willing to do.
It shows what they're trying to do
if they can get away with it.
And I closed my PayPal account over that, and it still remains closed to this day.
But that shows we have the power, because a lot of people probably closed their account and they probably lost out on a lot of business, and they're like, "Oh shit, we better not do this." That's just how I see it.
Yeah, but ultimately, like in my mind, it's not about even changing them. Like I effectively ended that problem in my life. They can do whatever they want from here on out, and obviously the effects to me will only be ripple through. But the point is that I did it right in my life. I stopped the problem in my life. It just so happened to impact the broader problem, and I think that that's a better orientation than we need to go protest. We need to address the broad problem and ignore our own local solutions to it. Does that make sense?
That'll get us nowhere. That's complaining, and that to me is belligerence and ignorance, and it's justification for violence, and
it's lazy and it's passive.
And that's exactly what that works out just fine for the people that want civil war, you know.
Well, it works out just fine for the people who want no action as well.
That too, yeah.
That's my problem with Christianity, not to detract into another area that'll piss people off, but like the whole savior narrative that people have going on in their heads, the worldview of somebody will save me, so I should not do anything else, is fucking astonishing. And I gotta blame that on the old JC, at least as far as today's mindset, right? Like that's the original
For sure.
that I can think of. Companies that since
Which is part of the program. It's not new shit. We've been arguing about this same stupid shit for a long time.
Tier 1, $2,000 fine for phishing, smishing, social engineering. Tier 2, $1,000 for illegal content. Which, that's the other part of this. Tier 3 is all other violations, $500. Illegal content. What I remember hearing about this the first time, what you send has to be legal in all 50 states, I believe, if I remember correctly. See, this is such bullshit. Anybody who's got T-Mobile needs to send them, like, contact them, tell them to fuck this, and then change carriers.
Yeah, it's a pretty competitive industry right now. It's not a big deal to switch carriers. You probably get some good deals by doing that anyway.